You may know clearly what you want to do in terms of whether, be it you want to be a writer or a director or an actor. But the most important thing is to stay in the game. So forwards to me is really important, which is stay in the game and not around the fringes of the so-called game. So when there's an entry into the industry that someone offers you, you have to take it, even if it is not what you really want to do in the industry, because you have to get into the game. Things always look easier when you're not even in it, to be honest. When you're not in it, the dream is bigger, but you're actually very far from it. When it gets harder and harder, you're actually inching closer and closer to where you want to go. So when someone offers you an opportunity to do whatever it is, to help out, or in the beginning, maybe in the beginning, most typically, like someone will offer you like something like a production assistant, come on set and help me out. Maybe it's for free, but the hours are really long. You have to take it because you need the network. You need to know the people. It's a people's game. The 5 closest people in your life, the 5 closest industry people, I should say, in your life, will determine your future in this line of work. Because they are the ones that will offer you things. In general, in life anyway, like the 5 closest people around us shape us. We are the average of the 5 closest people around us. From the day you were born, you're trying to imitate the 5 closest or the 3 closest people around you. You're imitating their language, you're imitating their behavior and all that. And it's no coincidence that the successful people are sort of related. Their husband and wife, their family, their childhood friends. It's no coincidence at all, because the biggest opportunities, the life-changing opportunities, people always offer to the people closest to them. So try to get into the circles try to be around people that you want to be, you want to become. That would be really key. And that is actually really hard. So as a first step, the most important thing is accept opportunities and stay in the game. We place too much emphasis on just talent. This is a very romanticized way of looking at be it the theater industry or the film industry. Talent is very important, but then access to opportunity is way more important than talent at the very beginning. So the way I look at talent is, if you have like 30 students and 38-year-old kids in a class, and you get them all to draw a picture of an elephant, there's gonna be 2 or 3 kids that draw an amazing elephant, right? And there's gonna be 2 or 3 that draw a horrible elephant that you have no idea what they're drawing. And then the middle portion will be something that I can see like that's like an elephant, like I can see where the trunk is, I can see where the body is. To me, this is talent in the world, in every field. Talent for cooking, talent for sports, talent for filmmaking, talent for acting, talent for everything. I'm gonna slowly like take away bit by bit over the next 1.5 hours, like tell you the realities of it, so that I'm gonna slowly take away your dream from you, and the last one standing, those of you are the ones that should do it, because then there's something in you that believe that you can still do it. And for every one person that we see succeed, there are millions that didn't, that we never hear of because they didn't succeed, right? And then the reality is, it is more possible for us to fall into the majority that don't succeed than that small minority that succeed. And you have to believe that you are that small minority that will succeed. This is actually the most important quality for longevity in your career. As I'm spending quite a bit of time in Singapore this year, and probably at least in the first half of next year, depending on how COVID goes, I'm trying to set up a presence here more and more, and I've been talking to the local companies and see how it goes, because I am passionate about creating a more nurturing and fertile environment for people like you guys, because I didn't have that when I was 20 years old. And to be honest, when I look at you guys today, I feel like you guys don't have that too. And I think this is wrong, because 20 years have passed. Singapore has changed so much, but not in this aspect. And I don't like it. And now that I have a bit of resources and things to contribute, I would love to. And after you get your visa, then you are starting from not 0, but actually negative 1 million, because you are not even American, because you don't have an American background, because because nobody cares if you have a visa there or not, because actually everyone has found their way to start to make themselves available to work. That's why I say if you're waiting for someone to sponsor your visa, it's so unlikely to happen. Because everyone set themselves up in a way that, you know what, like I can work like right now, like today I can start, 5 minutes later I can start. And if it's not that case, then there's 1,000 people in the line waiting to start this job anyway. So then they will ask you to get out of the way. I feel like if I absorb somebody into my team, I have to know that I'm able to help him or her succeed in achieving his or her goal. Otherwise, if I don't feel confident about that, then I should let the person go and find another person to help them. The reason why I hired Ivona was because I felt like I could, first of all, I felt at that time, 2 years ago when I first started in the company, I wanted to share that opportunity with someone younger. My boss actually told me that you don't need at the time she was my assistant. My boss told me you don't need an assistant right now. And he was right, because at the time we have no projects. But then before he can make up his mind, I interviewed a bunch of people and quickly hired Ivona. I didn't know her before. I had 2 other guys that I wanted to hire, but they were doing something else. So they introduced Ivona to me. And Ivona had the right language skills. And I was also at the time looking at her character being, personality-wise, being kind of similar to mine, which I quite like, because then I felt like I know how to handle her better. And most importantly, like she made me feel like she was hungry. And also I wanted to share this opportunity with someone younger, because when I was 20 years old, 24 years old in that case for her at the time, nobody shared an opportunity like that with me. If I had that kind of opportunity at that time, I would have been retired by now. So I really wanted to, I know how hard this opportunity is to come by. I really wanted to share it with somebody to just make the whole thing more meaningful. It's a two-way street, right? So when a production succeeds, it is or when something succeeds, the credit goes to everybody in the team, not just the person who started the team. Because the person who started the team, if they found the wrong members to make up the team, this thing will not succeed either.